figured that maybe I should tell you about a little story about me. It's not very long, but it's the truth. So, for 14 years, I've had the luxury of being able to go to Sardinia for 6 weeks every summer. Lucky me. And I've never really questioned it. My friend Debbie over there, who runs a business, has often said to me, you can't just escape out of your business for 6 weeks. And I've said, well, my business allows it, Debs. And because, you know, as a coach, I've been coaching on the phone and I've been swanning off. But here, on this particular occasion, it's 8 weeks ago, Luigi, my husband over there, bless him, says to me, he deserves a medal. He says, those of you who know me know that's true. Right, so he says to me, right, we're going, and I just went, okay. And then I started to have a mini panic attack because I'm thinking, well, I've got this Storyhouse thing that I'm creating, but then, you know, okay, I'll do it abroad. So all I know is I've run a session and it's gone really well, and this is almost like the revised version of it, you know, with all the tweaks, etc., etc. So I'm thinking everything's in place. I'm good to go. All I need to do is market to my audience. However, I arrive at Sardinia. We arrive home, and our next door neighbour, who, you know, we've known them for 14 years. They've always allowed us to use their internet. This time, they switched the damn thing off. I was just like, are you joking? So I'm like on the phone going like this, Luigi, and Jada's like, Mummy, the internet. So I actually went next door and I said, hi, in Italian, I said, can we use your internet? And she said, sì, prego. So, but you need to come and sit in our garden. And I'm like, well, but I can't work from your garden. So anyway, she gave us the password. And with a teenager in the house, Jada's downloading films like there's no tomorrow. And they get tired of the fact that they can't get access to their own internet. So then they block it again. And it's just like, oh, God. And there's something wrong with the mobile phone as well, because although it's saying connected to wireless, whenever we went to a bar, we were not able to actually see or upload the internet. So here I am, challenged to the max with no internet, with an event that I'm supposed to be planning for, that I'm supposed to get people to, a marketing plan with pages and pages of you've got to do this and you've got to do that. I had it all stitched up, all lined up to happen, but no internet. So on top of that, you know, you heard me mention that my mum passed away in, sorry, I can't believe that I've forgotten, but I haven't forgotten, it's just nerves. It was February, Luigi. It was February. And so with nothing to do, I'm stonewalled against, I'm in Italy, my Italian's passable, I can understand more than I can speak, I've got no internet, we've got one channel, and on this channel there's just people talking about being overweight, or what is it, that bad body programme? What wedding cake programme, literally. And so I'm sat there going like this, oh Jesus Christ, you know, and I'm looking at this one channel, I'm looking at the laptop, and I've got absolutely no access. The website guy's saying, what do you think to this? And I'm like, I can't comment because I can't see it, I can't download it, it's taking forever to upload. So to cut that story short and bring that to reality, when you take, I've gone on this steep learning curve. I've gone out of comfort, which is coaching, and even in my coaching business, I didn't really do events or workshops because it kind of sent me, you know, I didn't want that level of exposure. And I'm like, right, okay, so I've gone from comfort. There's a model. It's called comfort, stretch, panic. So I'm in stretch when I leave England because, you know, I'm doing all of this, I'm excited. By the time I get to Sardinia, I'm now in panic because it's just like, well, what am I meant to do? On top of that, with time and nothing else to do, I'm faced with my reality. And my reality is, it was only 5 months ago that my mum passed away, and it all came zooming down. And I'm like, I didn't go out. I sat in the house. I was moody. I was miserable. A friend of mine said, Yvette, there's no point in me saying it in Italian because I've got the worst Italian accent, but she said, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, nothing. And then basically, I didn't want to go out on an evening. I stayed at home. We arrived back, massive panic on. I had a 2.5-week window to pull tonight off. But what was happening was I literally went into absolute panic. Debbie, please stand up. Can I please say thank you to you? Please stand up. This woman gave me the roasting you've never heard. That was no coaching, that was just a beating, but I needed it. Because she was like, what are you thinking of? Because literally I was saying, I can't do it. I was going to pull the plug. I went into that meltdown where I thought, I can't do this. I'm not a speaker. I'm not this. I'm not that. You know, Gabby talked about that thing, that other person. That other person, she came zooming back in and told me how worthless I was in a moment when I needed not to feel like that. And that happens. That's a very everyday situation. Yeah. And I stonewalled. I remember waking up literally 2 weeks ago, and there was the tears coming because I was convinced that I just got total consumed with nerves. Nerves about standing here, nerves about not getting it right, nerves about being judged, nerves about everything. Claire's another lady that said, you're a maverick, do what you want. There was another word in there that I've missed out. Do what you want. So I said, yeah, fine, but you know, I still have to pull this thing together. And you know, the point of this story is, it was the doctor's visit, because I literally got out of my house, put my gym kit on, and I thought I'll go for a run. But I ran to the doors of the doctor because I was on my knees feeling low. And she sat down and she did something to me, which was listen. She listened to me. She gave me 20 minutes of her time, at a time when I thought, I couldn't explain to Luigi, I couldn't explain to Debbie, I couldn't explain to Claire, I couldn't explain to anyone how low I was feeling in that moment. And she said to me, well, from my professional opinion, this is my observation, Yvette. She said, you're depressed and you're grieving. And what does it matter if you don't do that event on the 22nd? And I said, So she said, you could postpone it. You're not going to be judged for postponing it. And I said, yeah, okay. And then I left the doctor's. I walked home and I laid on the sofa for an hour or so. Okay, it was 4 hours. And there was some wine involved. And I woke up the next morning and I thought, no, I'm not, this is not who I am. I'm going to get on with it. Yeah. So with that in mind, that's tonight. Tonight's on. Apparently I'm depressed, but I feel all right. I do genuinely, feel I'm elated that tonight's happening. But I do want you to understand that tonight it's the very first of many.